Do any of you have any good habits whenever you're doing shoots? A lot of the times I really try to pay attention to what I eat. And this is like a greens drink that I have mixed up with electrolytes. Something that I try to take in the morning, every morning, but especially on shoot days because I want to make sure that I'm feeling good. So I'm just curious if you have any habits that you do that keeps you awake, keeps you moving, keeps you feeling good on a very long shoot day.
So this is a 3-day conference for some doctors that have come down to Dallas. I got this job through somebody in the DFW filmmaking group chat. So if you want to be a part of that, hit me up, send me a DM on Instagram. You definitely can join if you're in the DFW area. But this is a 3-day shoot. It's going to be just sitting behind a broadcast camera, which is completely new to me. So basically my job the entire time is just panning this thing back and forth and zooming in and out according to the director. This is my first time ever doing anything with these type of broadcast cameras or anything like that. So I'm actually really excited. I love learning new stuff. This may not be a career path that I'm going to take within filmmaking, but it's always cool to have a little bit of knowledge in everything. So like I said, I've actually never worked with these cameras before. I was basically given a 10-minute crash course right before the start of the event. It's pretty simple. You want to zoom in or zoom out. It's all controlled by the knob on the handle. And then obviously the tripod works like a regular tripod with panning and tilting. So it wasn't a big issue there. I was wearing the comms. The director was kind of just letting us know where he likes his framing. He would let us know when he's fixing to cut to us. The red lights would turn on the camera, and that's how I would know that they are currently viewing me live. The thing with this one is it wasn't actually live, so none of this was being shown to the crowd. It wasn't being streamed. This was more for them in post. So this is going to be a course that they sell or put on YouTube or something like that. So that's why they needed us to make sure to keep it real nice and clean, just to cut down a lot of that post-production time. It was easy, nothing that I felt like would be too complicated for anybody. You know, it's always a little intimidating going into new situations or new jobs or whatever, but I think that anybody could do this with even just basic camera experience. So if you get the offer, you know, don't be afraid to take it because it's pretty easy money in my opinion. I thought this was cool. I've never seen something like this. Basically this little like pop-up stand for the tripod to sit, and then obviously they built their little stage, but thought that was kind of cool. So this job isn't the most flashy job. It's not the type of job you post your Instagram story and people swipe up with fire and hundreds and all this stuff like that. But it's the type of job that pays the bills. It's a very well-paying job, very good day rate for something that I only have to show up and sit behind the camera and do. Shoots like this, sometimes I think people are afraid to take because they may think it's gonna pigeonhole them, or like you say, it's just not as exciting or something. When these come up, you got to realize like you're making a great connection, you're learning a new skill, you're meeting new people, and you know, maybe next year when they come back into Dallas, I'm the first person that they hit up. And this is actually a 5-day event. I was only hired for 3. The person that I was basically replacing just wasn't cutting it for the first 2 days. So, you know, next time I could even get 2 more days worth of pay off of this shoot.
So I'd say I'm pretty transparent with everything. When I switched from full-time to freelance, obviously the income became inconsistent. I make more now as a freelancer than I did working a full-time job. But the problem is that with net 30s and stuff, it just kind of scatters itself in. And a lot of the smaller paying jobs, you know, the $200, $300, $400 jobs will usually be on the same day. People Zelle me, Venmo me, whatever, which is nice. But when you start talking about $3,000, $4,000 jobs, those take longer. But those are the ones that allow me and my wife to get ahead, pay the bills, do all that. So she obviously has a job and everything, but it's been kind of difficult here lately because me and my wife have kind of put ourselves in a financial bind over the last couple years of just bad spending habits, bad purchasing habits. Things like this truck are very expensive, and so our goal has been to kind of get out of that, lower our cost of living as much as possible. But one thing that's been really setting us back again is these net 30s. So it's very hard to pay ahead. It's hard to pay off credit cards or, you know, pay towards the vehicles or anything because we're just constantly playing catch up. So I'm curious how you handle this. People who do net 30s, how do you pay yourselves out? Is there a strategy or anything you have to kind of get yourself ahead? I feel like I say, me and my wife are constantly just drowning, trying to get to the next thing. And I have a lot of money coming in. It's just like, it comes in so sporadically and so spread out that I can't get ahead. So I'm curious what you guys do.
Here's kind of a layout of what's going on. So I'm camera 3 in all of this, and there's a total of 5 different cameras plus 1 other camera from another production crew. So it's actually kind of wild seeing it from this point of view. Like I say, not a flashy job, but it's something new, and now I can say that I've done broadcast work before. So after the event, we had to break all these down, and this was another cool skill to learn. Getting to watch them bring the trusses down and learning how to take apart these lights and pack them away in these big shipping containers. Again, not flashy, not going on a resume or something, but it's kind of nice to know how to do that, and that way the next time around, I can sit there and help at a faster pace. I'm not having to ask what to do. People aren't having to stop to help me, things like that. So